New York Giants fans, it's D and the OG QB. Giants take this win against Commanders 14-7. Oh, you know, it was one of those games. It was a nail-biter. It probably shouldn't have been as close as that. The Giants left 13 points on the board. If you look at that Kayvon Thibodeaux big drop, we also look at the blocked or missed field goal by Gano and the fumble by Saquon Barkley, which would have led to at least another 3 points. So they left 13 points on the board, which is something you can't do in the NFL. It push come to shove. Neither one of these teams are very good. It was, I'm not going to sit there. The Giant defense played well. The Giants defense got after Sam Howell in that first half. In the second half, it was a totally different game in reference to the Giants defense getting to the quarterback. I think one of the overlooked things for the Washington Commanders is when Ricky Stromberg came into the game. I believe he was out of Arkansas. We did a whole video about Ricky. He was a center in Arkansas. He actually came in and filled in at the guard position late in the first half, and I kind of thought that the Giants were going to attack his side because he's a center playing guard. He's out of position. And strangely enough, I think Ricky Stromberg, in a weird way, helped turn the tide at times for the Commanders in reference to the Giants' pass rush. It's kind of a weird thing to say. I think it was like a 4th or a 5th round pick, but he really came in and in some ways solidified the line for the Washington Commanders. It's kind of weird. If you really want to break down and think about it, it's kind of strange. Tyrod Taylor comes in 19 of 28, 276, 2 touchdowns. The Giants had 7 plays today, over 20 yards, which is interesting because they only had 14 in the first 6 games. So I mean, it's interesting that they moved the ball down the field. They took shots with Jalen Hyatt. Jalen Hyatt made 2 nice catches, 2 beautiful catches. Longest was 42. I think the other one was 30. What was the other one? 30. What was the other one? 37, 35, I think it was, or 33 yards. Darren Waller, 7 catches, 98 yards for 14 yards of reception for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley looked good at 3 for 41. He averaged 13.7 yards a catch. One thing I like about Tyrod Taylor is this, and we've talked about this with Daniel Jones. It's not just about ball placement. It's about putting your receiver in the position to make yardage after the catch. It's the yak. And a lot of times we've talked about this before about Daniel Jones. Daniel Jones throws his wide receivers into contact. Tyrod Taylor, a professional for how many years he's been in the league, 34 years old, understands you need to positionally place the ball so after your receiver makes the catch, they have an opportunity to make a football move to potentially move forward and gain additional yards. This was the first time I saw Wan'Dale Robinson, who only had 1 catch for 22 yards, literally make a catch and have the ability to run away from somebody. Normally, it's with someone dragged, hanging on their back. Can I just talk about Justin Pugh for a second? Can we just move on from Justin Pugh experiment? That experiment Chase Young ate his lunch, ate his dinner, kicked sand in his face, did everything a bully could potentially do. And I love Justin Pugh. It's just not there. He's not a left tackle. Can we just move on from that experiment before he gets Tyrod Taylor killed? Or maybe Daniel Jones, but I'm hoping it's Tyrod Taylor against the Jets. It'd be funny. To me, the Jets have a championship defense. It's just their offense is suspect, but they do have a running game. And it would be interesting if Daniel Jones came back against the Jets, because I think there's going to be a difficult opportunity to throw the ball against the Jets. But Tyrod did it. I mean, Tyrod played well. Tyrod did everything you were supposed to do. He did. He was sacked 4 times. And when majority, like I said, 2 of those came from, the Justin Pugh and just missing. One play, Justin Pugh just missed. He just missed Chase Young. I mean, Chase Young went around him and Justin Pugh, I don't even think he even came. You think Evan Neal is bad getting out of his stance? I think I was stunned with the fact at times that he couldn't even get up in time to block Justin Pugh. And then there was the sack with Phillips, who became a better lineman when he came back to the Giants. There was a play that he just literally forgot to block his man. I can't remember I think it was the Montez Sweat sack. He didn't even block the guy. He looked at him and was like, oh wait, I'm supposed to block him? Special teams was ugly outside Leonard Williams' block Eric, the Eric Gray experiment's got to stop with returning kicks. First of all, this is now this is now the second time he's fumbled, and he always gets 3 yards in a cloud of dust. And then poor Sterling Shepard, coming in at this point of his career, having to, hey, Sterling, return some kicks. Oh, okay. At least, you missed Jamison Crowder, who actually caught all 6 of his for 33 yards. The play calling is just interesting for this Giant team. I don't understand it. You took more shots. The first half should have been the way the Giants continued to play calling in the second half. I even sent out a text message that said, someone should call Kafka and let him know after after the first half that you are not required to run the ball on first down every down. He ran the ball consecutively on first and second down and was always putting the Giants offense in third and longs. There's no reason you are allowed to throw they did it in the first half, which I was stunned why the offensive game plan kind of shifted in the second half, where they didn't go for shots on first down or throw the ball on first down, that they seemed more content on running the ball, getting 1 or 2 yards and kind of going from there. It was kind of weird. It was funny. There was 18 punts in this game and for almost 1,000 yards. I was just looking at that. That was kind of crazy to me. 18 punts for almost 1,000 yards. Big shout out to Deonte Banks for that nice interception. We had the offensive line get some giddy up in that first half with the 6 sacks, but then it kind of said just disappeared when the old Ricky Strongberg come in. Come on, Ricky, came in. Another big game for Bobby Okereke. Same with Leonard Williams. It's kudos all around because it was a team win. It was a team effort. The Giants, if you take a look at it, third down efficiency was only 5 for 16, but Washington was only 1 for 5. If I look at the total time of possession, once again, Washington had the ball 31 minutes, the Giants 28. There was 10 penalties for 75 yards, Washington. It was, like I said, these are just kind of 2 okay teams. They're not good. They're not horrible. They're not good, but they're not going to be making the playoffs. Sorry, it just, I don't want to rain on anyone's parade, but that's just the way it is. It was another semi-bad game to watch, but it was a fun game to watch. Giants with 356 yards of total offense to the Washington 273. 356 total offense. What is this like a regular type offense? We don't see those types of things, because you want to know why? Because it's the OG QB, Tyrod Taylor. Coming in 9.6, almost 10 yards of completion. Passer rating of 116.9. Pro Football Focus will probably have him rated at 88.6 next week. Saquon Barkley, we got to take a look and see what's wrong with that arm. There's definitely something bothering him with that arm. That fumble was a fumble. Like I said, the Giants at times did everything they wanted, everything they could do to try to get rid of this game. They fumbled 3 times and lost 2 of them. Like I said, it's a good win. You get off the snide. You go into the Jet game, at least sitting at 2-5. Lord knows what can happen to the Jet game, because you got Zach Wilson, behind center. So we have to just kind of wait and see what happens. But like I said, it's a good win. It was a nice win. Thank goodness for the OG QB, because I'm not sure Daniel Jones would have been putting up to that would have survived that onslaught at the towards the second half that Washington kind of figured it out. The Giant offensive line was kind of just playing. I mean, I don't know. It just the play calling just didn't make sense to me in that second half. It's like they thought they were up 28-7 and they went into proverbial tank just by running the ball. You do what got you there. You do what got you the lead, and what got you the lead was play action passing, rolling the ball, and taking some deep shots and opening up the middle of the field for maybe a draw or a run or a pass towards the middle of the field to Waller. That's what got them there, and they kind of got away from that. I don't understand when we do these types of things, but you know what? Neither here nor there. It's a big win. Congrats to the D and the OG QB. This is Tim. We're going to have a better video out tomorrow. We break down everything, and you know what to do. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to ring that bell, because you want to know why. That'd be awesome.